God saw the world's evil and decided to destroy everything.
Bible Lessons Daily. Ancient truth for modern life.
When the earth was first formed, it was designed to be a place of perfect balance, a landscape intended for mutual understanding and respect. The text of Genesis describes this beginning as an orderly gathering of waters and dry land, where living things would flourish. But humanity drifted. Instead of appreciating this bounty, people turned to selfishness, filling the earth with a culture of cruelty. Looking down at this corruption, the Creator felt the original vision had been lost. To protect the potential of the earth itself, he decided he must clear away the darkness and rebuild from scratch. When a landscape designed for beauty is used only for harm, the only way to restore its purpose is to let the waters return and begin the work of creation a second time. Amidst this global decay, a man named Noah lived on the outskirts of society. Days tending his flock and speaking with his family in tones as smooth as honey, maintaining a life of kindness that stood apart from the world around him. While mealing in a field, Noah was enveloped in a blinding light. A voice warned him that the fountains of the deep would break open, bringing 40 days and nights of rain to wash the world clean. Survival wasn't a matter of chance. Noah was given a specific technical directive to build a sanctuary that could withstand the incoming deluge. The command required an ark of gopher wood, sealed inside and out with waterproof pitch. It needed 3 distinct decks and a massive door, designed to hold not just his family, but a pair of every animal on Earth. Making it through the end of the world required Noah to move past simple prayer and into the arduous, precision-based labor of naval engineering. Noah began the work immediately. Day after day, the rhythmic strike of his axe and the smell of fresh gopher wood defined his life as the massive hull slowly took shape. The project was massive, requiring constant physical labor. Noah relied on the meals and emotional support of his family to sustain him through the exhaustion of felling trees and slicking the floors with pitch. As the project neared completion, the family ventured into the lush woods, coaxing bears, tigers, monkeys, and cattle toward the ship. The animals seemed to understand the coming danger. They filed into their cozy hay-filled sections 2 by 2, with predators and prey settling into the ark with a strange, quiet ease. By setting aside their natural instincts to enter the vessel together, these creatures showed that survival required a total unification of all living things against the storm. The arrival of the storm was unmistakable. Clouds of black and slate rolled across the sky, swallowing the mountains and plunging the green meadows into a deep, heavy shadow. As the first drops hit Noah's cheek, the family boarded and lifted the ramp. Outside, the rain became a constant drone, washing away the homes and forests of the old world in a matter of days. Inside, the atmosphere was different. While the world outside was lost to chaos, the family huddled around a crackling hearth, sharing bowls of soup and telling stories to pass the time, as the ark began to float. For 150 days, the family lived in this shared sanctuary. They spent their nights listening to the animals curling up in the hay below, tending to the tigers and bears who nuzzled against them in gratitude. They found safety by maintaining a small, peaceful world within the hull, proving that harmony can be preserved even when the environment outside is in total upheaval. One morning, the endless drifting came to a sudden stop. A dull thud echoed through the timber as the keel finally caught on solid ground. Stepping onto the deck, they found themselves at the top of the world, resting on the snow-capped peaks of Mount Ararat. As the sun rose, painting the landscape gold, they saw below a pristine, fertile world, untouched and ready for a new beginning. Noah opened the doors, and the animals they had cared for 5 months walked out, casting looks of appreciation over their shoulders before disappearing into the new wilderness. Stepping onto the grass, the family found the old world's corals buried deep beneath the silt. They stood on a blank slate, where the only path forward was to build a life defined by the lessons of the journey. Noah's first action was to build an altar. Offering thanks for their safety, he watched the white smoke rise into a completely clear blue sky. In response to this gratitude, a promise was made. The earth would never again face such a total destruction. The cycle of starting over from scratch was officially closed. The survivors were charged with a new responsibility: to fill the earth with love and kindness, ensuring that the land and the animals within it were always properly cared for. By shielding these creatures through the dark and tending to the first growth on the mountain, Noah and his family established a new relationship with their environment, one rooted in the daily work of protection and persistent care.
What lesson spoke to your heart today? Tell us in the comments and subscribe for daily Bible wisdom.